In case you guys missed the community post, Kimberly Clark raises its dividend. So Kimberly Clark ended up declaring $1.18 per share quarterly, which is a 1.7% increase from the prior dividend of $1.16. Ex-dividend date is March 9th, and they will be paying out April 4th. So congrats to all the Kimberly Clark shareholders. We do have 3 more companies that ended up raising their dividend or declaring a dividend raise in the month of January. Next one is Chevron, which they did declare a dividend raise as well as a $75 billion buyback. So Chevron declared $1.51 per share quarterly, which is a 6.3% increase from the prior dividend of $1.42. Ex-dividend date is February 15th, and they will be paying out March 10th. So congrats to all the Chevron shareholders. Next one on the list, which is the third one, we got Comcast, which declared a dividend raise. So Comcast declared 29 cents per share quarterly, which is a 7.4% increase from the prior dividend of 27 cents. Ex-dividend date is April 4th, and payout will be April 26th. The last one we do have, guys, here is Air Products and Chemicals, which also declared a dividend raise. Air Products and Chemicals declares $1.75 per share quarterly, which is an amazing 8% dividend increase from the prior dividend of $1.62. Ex-dividend date is March 31st, and they will be paying out May 8th. So congrats to all the shareholders from these companies. Gotta love passive income. What's up, everybody? This is Investing Sensei here to bring you episode 171 of the portfolio update. So you guys already know it's Sunday. It's time to go over the portfolio, how it performed, what we bought, what we sold, what options we actually ended up placing, and what dividends came in, and in general how the dividend snowball is growing because we love coming back every single Sunday. But in this video, I do want to go over how much cash flow the portfolio actually generated in selling options for the month of January. We're already very close to the end month. Well, actually, the last week was last week for me for selling options. This coming up week will be part of February for me. But yeah, guys, it'll be definitely exciting. We'll go and see how much we grew the dividend snowball, because every single Sunday we come back and continue to dollar cost average no matter what the portfolio is doing. But anyways, you'll see here that on the Google Sheets, we come back here. Right now, we're projected to make about $190.44 on average in dividends per month. We need to get this to 325. I'm gonna pull up the goals, but it's a little bit over 300. We do have a strategy for this, and I'll be going over that. So definitely exciting. You'll see quarterly dividends. They continue to go up and up. So definitely exciting for that. And I actually need to add another column for this, because we are going to be working on Q1 of 2023. So definitely exciting. I'm definitely actually considering organizing this Google sheet. So let me know if you would be interested in that. We'll see annual dividends here. We're going to be starting 2023. So definitely exciting for that. One of the things I do want to cover, I do get a lot of requests for my email, but I just can't respond to all of them. You got to go to File, and then you got to go to Make a Copy. If you want to actually make a copy of the template that I do have available, you can't request for access, because that won't work. But once you click Make a Copy, this should create a copy of the template into your actual Google Drives, and you should have full access to it. But yeah, just wanted to cover that. But in general, guys, you'll see the options premium. We've been just on a roll, generating amazing income, and I want to break down. So overall, you guys can already see that for the month of January, we ended up making $2,569.07. So quite a bit of income from just options in general from this portfolio. We're trying to make this portfolio very lean and efficient, and to the point where every single dollar is firing on all cylinders, because we want to create that cash flow. Obviously, we will have to consider taxes there, but I want to try to get this portfolio to continue to work and just, grow that passive income much faster. We'll see what happens in the long term, but I want to break that down exactly what we made every single week for the month of January. I'll show you that in a little bit, but you'll see here, if I pull up the goals, you'll see that we do have some goals that we continue to stay focused. First goal for 2023 is to reach 20,000 subscribers. So if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing with that notification. Help me reach the 20,000 subscriber mark. As well, drop a big thumbs up on the video. Definitely would appreciate it. Definitely helps out the channel a lot. And you'll see goal number 2 is to try to reach about $325 per month on average from dividends each quarter. We will get to that. I will make sure that we focus on that. And goal number 3 is to reach $118,000 invested of my own money. If we look right here to the left, we're at $110,461.84. So we're getting there. It'll take some time, but I think we will achieve that goal. That's all within our control. Goal number 4 is to dollar cost average $100 every single week at a minimum. I continue to do that every single week. I'll show you guys that when we jump over to the Google Sheets. Well, I guess not the Google Sheets, but the actual brokerage, and show you the history. And then goal number 5 is to drip an additional $20 every time a dividend or a company pays me out a dividend back into itself to just help it grow some more. I was actually reconsidering readjusting this goal, especially because I did sell a lot of my positions out and I made the portfolio a lot more leaner. I was actually considering every time a company pays me out a dividend, I will buy an additional full share, especially because I have a lot less companies now to purchase. So I don't want to hurt my overall investment because I'm making my portfolio much leaner. So I'm gonna really consider that. I'll probably start doing that actually, and we will see what happens. Definitely gonna love the compounding there in the coming years. Goal number 6 is to dollar cost average, well, I guess not dollar cost average, but try to get $400 on average per month selling options. You guys already saw for the month of January, we surpassed that. We blew that past it. And definitely the reason why I chose 400 is because this was an average. So potentially February, I might not even make any income. I might make negative, but overall, the 12 months, I wanted to average out at least $400 at a minimum. Anything over that will be a great goal, and definitely wouldn't complain about that. But if we look at the dividend payout here for us, you'll see that these are the current companies that are expected to pay out dividends from my portfolio. We do have JP Morgan, which is the last one for the month of January. So definitely exciting to see this. I will be making the video on how much the portfolio generated in dividends for the month of January this week. So definitely look forward to that. And then we'll be starting off February strong with Costco and Starbucks. So definitely looking forward to it. But yeah, guys, this is what I have. Let's go ahead and jump over to the portfolio so we can go over it. Alright guys, so you guys can see that the portfolio is at $191,254.84. As you'll see, we're up about $388.37, which is about 0.20% in the green. Overall for the 2-year change, $3,144.60, which is 1.67%. I still remember when this was negative. We didn't really care about it much because in the long term we will be in the green, but short term creates great buying opportunities. So you'll see if I pull up the positions, you'll see that we actually do have about $55,019.69 in available cash balance. A lot of this is allocated for the cash secured puts we do have on SCHD for the ETF, which is mostly why I sold a lot of my positions, and I'm trying to consolidate them into SCHD so I can create a lot of shares and I can start selling covered calls against them, and that will allow me to have majority of my income and generating extra income on top of the dividends and just help that snowball grow much faster, which I'll show you guys that shortly. As you'll see, we are up about $49,280.43 in the green on capital appreciation, which is about 56.67%. You'll see that if we actually scroll down, there's actually a couple positions I do have. So I have 2 covered calls on Apple till next week. They do have earnings, so we will see how it all plays out. I am in the money on these covered calls, so I did have to roll them on Friday. And I'm gonna have to continue to manage these. I don't want my shares taken away, so we will see what happens with these. I will continue to see it and continue to roll. And overall, hopefully everything plays out well for us, but we are in the money on these. We do have another JP Morgan covered call as well. So we'll see how this one plays out. And then you'll see that we do have the Nvidia covered call, which this one is way deep in the money. Nvidia's over $200. We'll see if Nvidia has a pullback and we can manage this Nvidia trade. Overall, whenever I sell a covered call, I make sure that it's a strike price that I wouldn't mind letting my shares get sold at. But if I can, I will absolutely try to manage it, just because I don't want to create a taxable event. And that's why I'm going to continue to manage it. I wouldn't mind, that the shares get sold, but I don't want to create that taxable event. As you'll see, we do have Microsoft and Altria ready to go for next week to sell some covered calls. We'll see what happens, generate some extra income for the month of February. And one of the things I do want to show you here is that I'm sorting out by quantity. You'll see that the next position that I do have is Starbucks, that I'm getting closer to 100 shares, and then Lockheed Martin, Target, Visa, Costco, Union Pacific, and Waste Management. My goal is to try to get, so all these positions here that I do have right now, which is a certain amount. Let's see, this is 25,000, 31,000, 36,000, about 37,000, 38,000. 39,000, let's just say $40,000 in these positions that I do have. I have about $40,000 in the portfolio that are not generating extra cash flow aside from their dividends. I have all the rest of the amount generating cash flow on top of the dividends. So I want to get all of these at least to 100 shares so that I can start selling some covered calls on these, and we can have that full portfolio firing on all cylinders. You'll see that the cash that I do have available is being used at maximum, because we do have the SCHD cash secured puts that are generating premium, and if we do get assigned, I would love it, because we will sell covered calls on these. And so that's what I ended up doing. I ended up consolidating these, but let me know your thoughts on this. Definitely would love to hear it. But if I show you guys here the performance, you'll see that the account is at negative $1,007.39, which we were actually a lot down more. And you'll see that October was the lowest low of the portfolio, and we've been slowly recovering now. If we look at the rate of return, we're down only 0.68%, so less than 1% here, and overall we're recovering. So definitely exciting to see that. Kind of also sad at the same time, because the money that we dollar cost average every single week means it has a lot less buying power, because the positions will be up. And if we look here at the investment income, guys, we are projected to make about $2,536.80 in the next 12 months, averaging about $211.40. This does include the interest we are collecting on the $55,000. So that is why my Excel sheet, I guess not Excel sheet, but Google Sheets is a lot less lower on the average projected income. If we look at February, we're projected to make about $106, and then March, $254.28, April, $273.20. So definitely exciting to see that. If I pull up the history here, guys, we can go over it. So I do have everything set up to start from the 23rd of January of 2023 all the way till the 29th. And if we go to the very bottom here, guys, you guys can see that these are options that I actually expired from the previous week. But the first one we ended up doing on the 23rd, we ended up doing a sell to open. So we sold a covered call on Altria for a strike price of $46.50. That expired on the 27th of January 2023. We collected $3.35. Definitely crumbs, but they do add up over time. I believe this one did expire worthless. I didn't have to manage it or anything, so we got to keep our shares. You'll see on the same day we did a sell to open on Microsoft. We did a covered call for $257.50. That also expired on the 27th, so that was this past Friday. We ended up doing one of these. We collected $81.35. Reason why I went up very far in the strike price was because Microsoft did report earnings that week, so premiums were a lot higher, and also the risk to reward was a lot higher there. So we'll see here on the 23rd as well, we did a sell to open on JP Morgan. We did a covered call for a strike price of $139 that expired on the 27th of January. we did one of these, and we collected $23.35 after fees. You'll see that on the 26th, we actually did a purchase. So we bought some Target. We bought one full share at $164.85. Gotta get those positions to 100 shares so that we can basically enable $16,000 enabled to start generating premium for us. So definitely, hopefully we can get to 100 shares very soon. You'll see on the 27th, we deposited the minimum of $100. That is one of our goals. So we did end up doing that. Then here, guys, what I ended up having to do on Friday, which was on the 27th of January, I had to roll my Apple. So we did a roll. So I did a buy to close on Apple. That was a strike price of 138 that expired on the 27th. So that same exact day, I ended up paying $865.65, and then I ended up selling to open a covered call for the same exact strike price, but further out, so till next Friday. Apple does have earnings, so this is going to be very interesting how this plays out. But they paid us $954.33, so we made roughly around maybe $90 or so, if I can do the math quick. But yeah, $90 or so. And then you'll see here that we ended up doing the same thing for the next Apple, because we have 200 shares of Apple. So I ended up purchasing back the 138 that expired on the 27th of January. I paid $865.65, and then I ended up selling to open covered call on Apple for same exact strike price, but just further out in the week, and they paid us $954. So the difference is what we made in premium from this roll. We are in the money on these, so we'll see what happens with that one. The next one we had to do was we had to roll the JP Morgan one. So we did a buy to close covered call JP Morgan 139 that expired on the 27th. We paid $180.65, but we immediately did a sell to open covered call on JP Morgan for 140 strike price that expires on the 3rd. And we ended up collecting $209.35. So we made about $29 or so from this roll. On the 27th as well, we ended up having to roll the Nvidia buy to close. This one was super deep in the money, so this one I had to go further out and time. So we ended up closing our $157.50 strike price that expired on the 27th. We paid $4,830.65, but we did a sell to open on Nvidia for the same exact strike price. I wasn't really able to go further up without having to pay any debt there, so we rolled it till the 24th of February. We ended up collecting $4,969.24. So we ended up making that difference. So maybe about $130 we made from this roll. We'll see what happens with Nvidia. We'll see if they do a pullback, but overall I'm going to continue to manage these as most as I can, because we still collect the dividend overall if we don't get exercised our shares. That is one of the beauty about doing covered calls. But anyways, let's go ahead and see how much we actually got, or how much we got in dividends this week. And we got $0, guys. No companies paid us out any dividends this week, so kind of sad, but oh well. We did collect some premium, but that's the awesome thing about options there. But let's go ahead and jump over to the Google Sheets. We can wrap up this video. We'll see how much we grew the dividend snowball, because we continue to dollar cost average every single week. And let's go ahead and actually just wrap up the options portion. I want to show you guys how much we made every single week. So you'll see the first week of January we made $879. The second week we made $1,030.98. Pretty awesome weeks there. And then the third week of January, $206.39. And actually this past week we made $452.70. We are in a lot of our positions are deep in the money, or I guess not deep in the money, but in the money, meaning that potentially February we might not collect as much premium, because we will have to be managing those trades. We'll see what happens. You'll see that for the month of or I guess for 2023, we're already up at $2,569.07 in total, compared to 2022, where we ended up doing options for about 5 months. We collected $3,544.51. We'll see when we surpass that, so definitely follow along by subscribing with that notification and as well, you drop a big thumbs up on the video. Definitely would appreciate it if you guys did. But let's go ahead and wrap up this video with a dividend payout. Let's go ahead and see if we got any new companies that declared dividends. So 41, we will go up here, portfolio tools, get latest dividends. I do have tutorials for all this stuff, guys, so check it out in my channel. I do have a couple playlists for those. But we'll see if any new companies. Looks like a couple companies did end up declaring dividends, which probably it was Visa and Microsoft is what I'm going to be guessing. But definitely exciting to see. We'll get some dividends in March here, and definitely looking forward to them. Let's go ahead and go over here to settings. We'll go ahead and delete this, and we can jump over to personal capital so we can get the latest version of our portfolio that contains the latest updates from this past week. So I'll see you guys over there. All right, guys, so we're at personal capital under my Schwab account. You'll see this green button. Click on it. This actually copies the content of the portfolio into my clipboard, which then we can just jump back into the Google Sheets space special values only. This contains the information that we have, actually the purchases from last week, and we can actually jump over here to holdings. This is the one from last week, so once we click portfolio tools, update portfolio holdings, this will get wiped and it'll parse the new one that we just pasted. So let's go ahead and click on it, and then you'll see that it's going, and we can jump back over here to the Google Sheets, and definitely gotta love that, guys. So looks like it's done. Dividend yield is at 1.20% compared to last one, which is probably because the market did rally up some. Projected dividend yield on cost is projected to 2.63% compared to 2.49%. So it went way up now. Yearly, we're projected to make about $2,289.66. So we went up about $4. For the month, we went up about 36 cents. And you'll see here that we ended up going for the week about 8 cents, so $44.03. And then for the day, we went up 1 penny for the day. For the hour, we're still making 26 cents every single hour. Hourly work week, this is if our portfolio was to go work a 40-hour work week, they would get paid an hourly rate of $1.10. We're going to eventually try to get this to minimum wage. We'll see how long that takes. But yeah, guys, this is actually all I have for you guys. Again, if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. We're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers, so definitely help me out as well. Drop a big thumbs up on the video. And if you stuck all the way to the very end, be sure to drop a hashtag cash flow, because the portfolio is just generating cash flow, guys. And that doesn't even include the dividends that I will be making a video on to show you guys how much we made in that. So I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Stay safe out there. Bye, guys.